Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Nuclear Throne. Our character on this episode is Crystal. I didn't mean to actually start the game right off the bat, but I think I ended the last episode with my mouse on Crystal, who I'm going to refer to as a her here, just because Crystal's a girl's name, for the most part. I'm just making an assumption here. I don't want to, push my beliefs on anybody else, but, that's how I'm going to handle the nomenclature from this point on. So Crystal's special ability, probably, in general, Crystal is probably my go-to character when I'm playing off-camera. I think I've had the best runs with her, and I think she is by far my favorite character in the game from the standpoint of, success. Oh, we're so lucky that we managed to get away from that portal. Maybe there is more experience here that I can do something with. Maybe not. But, at the very least, Crystal starts with 10 HP instead of 8, and her special ability is turning into a crystal here, which actually, it serves two purposes, basically. One of them, defensively, it means that we're impervious to damage or invulnerable while we're in that form. Secondarily, though, red bullets will be deflected by the crystal. Maybe I can show that off there. There you go. So we can use it offensively as well. In particular, for example, this is really good when you're fighting the big bandit because, he shoots a number of bullets at you. You just go into your shield mode, and A, you're protected, but B, you also deflect some of that damage back to him, or maybe it ends up hitting some of the enemies in the battleground area. So I really like using Crystal. And I really like using Crystal is probably not the right way to phrase that because it sounds like I'm a drug addict or something. And I'm totally going to take the sledgehammer here. Allows us to hit enemies behind walls like that. We also picked up enough experience to go to level 2. I'm gonna take Thrown Butt here. And this is one of the few special abilities that I really, really respect in the game. And I'm expecting the big bandit to show up anytime here. But I took Thrown Butt because, of course, it allows me to upgrade the kind of force field that I've got going on. And it also, it makes it really easy, not Thrown Butt in particular, but my special ability. Oh, that was weird. Makes it a lot easier to fight in situations like this, where there's, really bullet-helly situations that happen. Now, oh, that was the worst possible time for you to show up, my friend. We can deflect his shots back at him with just the sledgehammer as well, but I don't know why I teleported to him there. That's a weird in-game glitch, so I'm hesitant to use the, oh, he's got a charge ability, too, that I didn't know about. I'm hesitant to use my special ability here because it does cause me to kind of teleport across the map. But on the bright side, I did basically just melee kill the big bandit, which is something I've never done before, and demonstrates the power of Crystal as a character here. Not Crystal as a drug. Don't do drugs unless you, read up on them and you know that they're going to be a lot of fun. I'm making a joke there. That was probably in poor taste, though. Anyway, 58 bullets and a sledgehammer. This is not a Rage Against the Machine song. It is actually one of the, I wouldn't necessarily call it an ideal loadout, because, I would love to have a slugger or a disc gun or an auto crossbow or something like that. I was watching Kate play the game, and she picked up a triple machine gun, which just shot out like a machine gun in a spread-like pattern as if it was Contra or something. And I would love to have that as well, but unfortunately I don't. But it's nice to have a melee weapon because it does give you the option to have some contingency plan in case you run out of bullets, which is always a possibility. Not necessarily crazy plausible. And we have another gun here that looks like it's a grenade launcher or some kind of shotgun. It's kind of hard to tell, though. And the sledgehammer is tricky. Melee weapons in this game, people watch the videos and they think that it's the easiest thing in the world. It's not. You actually have to... It's like Hotline Miami. Oh, no. Okay, I'm fine with what I've got. Let's go with extra speed here, because I don't want to take Euphoria as Crystal, in my opinion, because it slows down the enemy bullets, which seems good. Oh, our weapons actually followed us through here. It seems good, but it actually makes our shield less useful, in my opinion, because we do have a timer on it. We can't just shield indefinitely. Oh, this is scary. We can't just shield indefinitely. We will eventually start to shake, and then eventually the shield will fall. So if we have slower enemy bullets when an enemy fires at us, A, we spend more time in our shield waiting for them to actually hit us, and B, the shots that get reflected more slowly, which I think is a negative. So we do have a shovel here. Sorry, a sledgehammer that I can use because I am running out of bullets here, which is always very scary. I didn't get hit there. That's remarkable to me. Okay, so I got very lucky there. Oh, I did deflect some of those shots. Oh, double shotgun. We'll take that instead of our revolver for now, because we are running out of weapons. I'm also running out of health, so I can really use Bloodlust or something like that. Actually, double shotgun is awesome for this level, because it does, as mentioned in the last episode, it allows me to kind of take out these enemies who hit you in the corners, so, or chase you down in these corridors, so I think it's a smart decision. We got some more bolts there, and, well, we don't need the bolts, but we got some shells, which is important. Is this where I spawned up here? Nope, there's enemies up here. Good. I mean, not necessarily good, but it's good for us because we need to kill all the enemies to get down to the next level anyway. We are going to level up. I think that Bloodlust is probably my ideal pickup here. We don't have that option, though. Shotgun Fingers might be useful, allow shells to bounce further. Last Wish is actually a little tempting. Rabbit Paw is pretty good, too, but why don't we roll with Shotgun Fingers here? Shells bouncing further is very good. Makes our shotgun a little bit more of a viable kind of long-range weapon. Not that it necessarily needs the help, because the shotguns in this game are already pretty amazing, in my opinion. You have to be very careful with the sledgehammer. As I was gonna mention, like you have to aim it first, which is always a little bit tricky when you're the kind of player that I am. Gotta watch out for these melee guys. And we're only at 2 bullets left there, which is a little frightening. But also, you know, if you're trying to use it to hit back shots, when did I get hit there? If you're trying to use it to hit back shots, you could easily take damage in the meantime. Thank God for that med kit. I am out of shotgun bullets, so this is going to be melee only from this point on. Hopefully I do manage to pick up a little bit of ammunition or a new gun at some point, because 3 health is not going to be enough to make it through the harder aspects of this game, which is exactly where we are right now. Now, we can hit people through walls with the sledgehammer. I'm not sure if that's working as designed or a bug, but it's whatever it is, I need it to succeed. So I should use my shield more often. We'll wait till he shoots at me and then I'll turn into my shield. And I teleported near him and exploded. I don't know what happened there with the crystal special ability, but that was a decent first run. Why don't we try another one here? That was really weird. We spawned like in the middle of a wall. And as I mentioned in the last episode, walls are totally destructible. So it's possible that that revealed that machine gun. And it's nice when you have like something like a grenade launcher and you accidentally blow up a wall trying to kill an enemy, and all of a sudden now you've got another choice of weapons, or maybe you've got a med kit or something like that. Med kits show up so rarely, but they're so goddamn important. And I am using the machine gun instead of the revolver here, just because it helps me compensate a little bit for my terrible accuracy. And also, you can really, like, you know, let loose on really high health enemies. So, this is very important. We did hit level 2 on our first floor here. I'm just opening up these other chests before I actually kill everything, because I want to make sure. And we should actually go with the crossbow. Good, we did. I traded my revolver in for the crossbow, which I think is a smart decision here. And it actually followed us through, which is fine. Anyway, we're going to stick with the machine gun as our primary weapon, but I do believe that the crossbow does more damage. I took some very poor damage against that maggot there, but I didn't expect it to come. I guess it should be silkworm, not maggot, if I'm going to stick with my you know, traditional Isaac nomenclature. But so far so good. Slugger's a great weapon, but why don't we mix it up a little bit? I'm not going to go with Sledgehammer either. I think that's probably more or less the reason I got killed on the last one, is because I tried to rely on the Sledgehammer a little bit too much. We'll just rely instead this time on coming across more bullets. So all the... Oh, no, 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 no! There was another treasure chest. Maybe I could have... if I was fish, I could have rolled out of that and still gotten the extra experience or ammunition or whatever it was there. So, we still got a decent supply of bullets, which is nice. We have a... Oh my god! We have a terrible supply of... I totally should have shielded there. We have a terrible supply of crossbow bolts, but... Oh, that's quickly becoming maybe our primary weapon. So, I'm going to ignore the big bandit for now and just clear out much of the rest of the level. We're going to take Slugger instead of machine gun at this point, mostly because we need the extra ammo from the bolts, and we don't have that much, or sorry, from the shells, and we don't have that many bullets. So, I'm clearing out the rest of the level here just to get what I can. 72 bullets is actually much better now, and we will shield whenever appropriate, and this should help us kill the boss pretty effectively. I'm going to switch to my crossbow. As you can see, crossbow, incredibly high damage. But I think I'm going to go... Shotgun crossbow is one of those weird combinations that I don't necessarily like all that much, because shells... I hate myself. Shells tend to be a little bit harder to come by, so we'll stick with the crossbow because it's so high damage, and we'll also go with the machine gun instead of the SMG. And that might have been the last enemy. It was indeed. Grenade launcher is something I will use at some point, but not now. Bloodlust, probably my favorite upgrade in the game, allows us to heal up a little bit. It's not as useful in lifesteal, or it's not as useful as lifesteal in something like Spelunky or Isaac, it seems, because in Wasteland Kings, or sorry, Nuclear Throne, when I die, it tends to happen in one fell swoop, right? It's not like Spelunky where almost everything does 1 damage, or in Isaac, you know, everything does more or less standardized damage. There are enemies that... Ooh, Jesus, that hurt. There are enemies that do, you know, 3 to 4 damage each. So we don't necessarily need to, like, cautiously regenerate our HP. We kind of need to, or like slowly regenerate our HP. We kind of need it to come in one fell swoop instead, because we often die in one fell swoop. And keep in mind, a couple people have mentioned this, or asked about this, but you don't actually regenerate health when you level up. So you have to be very, very cautious with your health management. Medkit's always important, of course. An extra 48 bullets is good if I'm going to be using this machine gun as a primary weapon. Screwdriver is my least favorite melee weapon so far. The range is just so short that I feel like oh, jeez. I feel like I can't get the use out of it without actually hurting myself. Okay, so I thought he was going to shoot at me there, so I switched into the crystal mode. And we're not done with this floor yet, which is kind of surprising to me. Good, though, maybe. I thought I saw something moving up here. I say maybe because maybe we'll get the extra HP by Bloodlust here. Oh, there he is. That's probably the last enemy available on this floor. And there we go. We're going to get sucked down, and we're going to get to level up again. Bloodlust did very well for us. I almost would be interested in taking the Last Wish here, but I think instead I'm going to go Rabbit's Paw for extra stomach's tempting, but medkits show up so infrequently that I think plus item drops is better first. And we have a crossbow and a machine gun here. It's almost, like, I really think that the best tactic that I've found to use, I didn't realize those guys exploded. Maybe medkits are actually more frequent here because the enemies that explode, of course, have a higher percentage chance to blow open a wall and give us a medkit. So far, we've made a very, like, a health-focused run here, and it seems to be working out quite nicely for us. We've already picked up a couple of medkits. We also have lifesteal, and we're nearly back to full health. But anyway, what I was getting at is one of the tactics that seems to work super well on this level. Oh, can't believe I didn't get hit there. Can't believe I didn't hit him either, though. But one of the tactics that seems to work super well is just kind of waiting around for these birds to follow you, and then just one-shotting them when they actually make their way up here. So we are at 10 health now. Blew that dude up, and more item drop seems to be a very good item. We're now at the 47 crossbow bolts, which is actually, 47 enemies killed if you manage to hit them with it, which is always risky. And I should be using my special ability more than I actually am, but there you go. You saw one good example there. It's nice because a lot of times with other characters, you find yourself in a situation where there's like a bullet hell situation, but there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you get too close, you'll get hit, but if you stand too far away, you'll lose out on all the experience and probably not even hit the enemy in the first place. Whereas, do we want Slugger? No, I think I'm okay with the combination I've got, honestly. But when you're playing as Crystal, you can actually just, enter that state right there, and you'll probably take out some enemies, randomly, just by virtue of the reflective quality of the shield. And I think it makes Crystal one of the best characters in the game, especially for new players, which is what I consider myself. That was the worst damage. I took like 6 damage in a very quick fashion there. Now, of course, we have a number. Oh, that guy's going to kill me. Yep. I don't know how much damage those motherfuckers do, but it's a lot. We're going to do at least one more run with Crystal here. I do think that Crystal is one of the best, as mentioned. I was just going to finish my train of thought there. One of the best characters in the game for new players. So we will take our screwdriver here, mostly because we don't have any other choice in the matter. But, we will probably get rid of that as soon as possible. And if in hindsight, what would I have done on that run? I think I just would have not been so bad. It's worth noting, by the way, that the reflective power of our shield is confined exclusively to red bullets. So when the green bullets come, they won't hit us if we're shielded, but they also won't reflect. As you can see, they just kind of get absorbed there, which is fine. It's still very effective because these, makeshift nuclear Rattata are like the hardest enemies for us to kill in the early game, or the hardest enemies for us to avoid getting killed by, at the very least, because they shoot so many goddamn bullets. But, it makes it easy when you're playing as Crystal, or easier to avoid getting hit anyway. So we'll come through here. By the way, I've seen a number of people in the comments, they're like, the game looks pretty nice, but there's like this really disorienting screen shake that appears. It's weird. I think it's one of those things that shows up primarily when you're watching the game as opposed to playing it, because when you're playing it, I don't notice any screen shake at all, and I'm one of those people that gets disoriented really easily. Like, whenever a game has a moment where it's like your character gets drunk or something, and then they get dizzy and they walk funny, I'm like, I can't play it. Like, I'm going to throw up. But Wasteland Kings does not do that to me at all. Although, I can understand if it does that to you when you're watching it, because I suffer from that sometimes as well. Okay, we'll get rid of our revolver and pick up the disc gun. And I say the revolver because we had no bullets for it. Otherwise, I would have traded the screwdriver for it. But as of right now, we really, unfortunately, need the screwdriver to basically be our primary weapon. And it's always extremely important when you are using a melee weapon to focus on the direction that you're attacking. Otherwise, you know, if you're just clicking mindlessly, it's not going to work out for you. Alright, so our disc gun has cut through there. We can probably... I'm trying to save disc gun ammunition. I don't even know what the disc gun uses for ammo, so... I'd like to save it. Thrown butt, recycle butt, I don't think I've... Or sorry, recycle gut, I don't think I've taken. This gives you extra ammo for some missed bullets. Now, obviously, this is a less than ideal run to be using it with because I do primarily use my melee weapon right now. This is an effed up situation, especially with the big bandit being here now. I'm stuck in the... Oh, God! I made it out. Okay, so how do we get out of this one alive? We switch to the disc gun. And we shield perpetually and start spamming the fuck out of the disc gun at the boss, at least. And whenever he shoots, we can go into the shield mode and hit him a little bit. We gotta watch out, the disc gun will kill us. It's basically exactly like Super Crate Box. Alright, the big bad is dead at the very least, and we picked up some extra crossbow. Oh, does the disc gun use bolts? That would actually make some sense, because otherwise it would just be like crossbow and auto crossbow that use them. So, oh, that was awful damage, but otherwise a pretty good floor here. Just avoid taking damage from that. Oh, jeez. There is frame rate issues as well. And again, I mentioned this in the Let's Look app. I don't know if they're by design or if it's, you know, just a byproduct of the game still being in development. But those can occasionally be disorienting. And it does appear like, you know, some games have a slowdown and it's like, oh, this slowdown's like epic. This slowdown's designed to make you feel like you're really in the moment. In this, it doesn't feel intentional. And, you know, that's fine. It's still early access. Just something to keep an eye on. Triple machine gun. I wanted to trade the screwdriver for it. Maybe it'll get sucked down to the next floor with us. In this case, I kind of like long arms because it gives us plus melee range. And if we're going to continue using the screwdriver, that is actually something to keep an eye on. Did I accidentally take the revolver, or is this the... Oh, that's a disc gun. Probably shouldn't have fired it in that situation. Created a situation where I could easily get hit. I took some damage there, too. But now we have increased melee range. And unfortunately, I could really use increased melee damage because we're not one-shotting these enemies yet, which makes this fairly substantially worse than the shotgun, except that it doesn't cost ammo. So that's the trade-off there. Is the trade-off worth it? That's a good question. Oh, I really thought the disc gun would be amazing here. Oh, okay. That was very close to causing my inevitable death. Can I really just not aim it in the middle here? Let's just sneak it through there. It seems to disappear when I get to that edge, which is a little frustrating. Man, if I had a grenade launcher or something, I could absolutely butt-fuck these guys. I'm losing a little bit more health here, which is always a little infuriating. This is one of the few levels where, you know, the shield doesn't appear that useful. It is worth noting, by the way, as well. I hit myself with a disc gun. Alright, we'll do another run here. That sucked, actually. I can't believe I ricocheted that off the wall and killed myself. But one more run. A lot of people are probably going to be like, you should really take the Gamma Guts upgrade. The upgrade is called Gamma Guts, and it means that enemies take damage whenever they hit you. Kind of like Poison Touch in The Binding of Isaac. Laser Pistol's a good weapon. I'm happy to have it. The reason that that's not good as Crystal is because I thought the same thing, and I tried it out for myself, and it turns out that Gamma Guts doesn't seem to work when you're in the shield. And the reason is when you're in the shield, enemies don't actually just actively walk into you, so it prevents them from taking damage when they touch you because they just refrain from touching you, which is, you know, smart AI, I suppose. A little bit frustrating because you kind of want that to be some of the synergy from using Crystal, but that's fine. The synergy from using Crystal, it sounds like a DJ Shadow album from his meth period. Laser Pistol's such a good weapon that we'll continue using that there, and we did level up. If you're wondering how I know when I level up, apart from just looking at the HUD, there is a crown icon that appears above your head. I am not using my active ability nearly enough. That's probably going to be something that you're going to notice in, like, every episode of the series, is that I probably don't use my active ability enough for basically any character in the game. Especially, I think the next character we use is a character with mind control. I gotta, like, read up on the Steam forums or something about how to use mind control effectively, because I don't think I've ever done it. So we have a grenade launcher here. I think I will replace my... No! I missed out on so much experience again. Okay. Bloodlust is probably my best, or my favorite item in the game, so we'll stick with that. I wanted to replace Laser Pistol with Grenade Launcher because we're so low on ammo, and I could pretty realistically die before we even beat the Big Bandit here. I like how the Big Bandit always appears in that he... keep in mind I do have Bloodlust, so I can potentially just get enough HP back from Lifesteal, but I really like how the Big Bandit appears. Like, you don't know where he is. It's not like there's a boss room or something like that. Oh, that was so bad. He just kind of like, yeah, springs out of the wall like that and is like, supplies, motherfucker. Anyway, we'll cautiously kind of hang out on this corner of the map and waste all of our bullets. It's shitty because... Ooh, yes, we will replace Laser Pistol with Slugger here. Oh my god, that was really scary. I took a little damage there, but not as much damage as I took when I just stood still while that happened. Good. He's very easy to kill, obviously, once we get him one-on-one, especially as Crystal. But apart from that, he can be a little tricky. More shells, always good. Shotgun's gonna have to be our primary weapon. I really do think that the shotgun is, like, by far the best weapon in the game that I've used so far. And we are gonna level up. Last Wish would be a real usable one here, but instead I guess I'm gonna go with Recycle Gut, because I'm not gonna use any melee weapons, but I doubt we're gonna find ourselves making it through this level at this point with only 1 health. I'm just gonna stand back and hope that Bloodlust, you know, fires pretty soon. All of these enemies, I think, deal 2 damage, except for the traditional bandits, which deal 1 damage. We at least want to get a level up, but I don't think there's any way for us to get through this floor without leveling up, so it's something we probably don't need to worry about too much. Just slowly make our way around here, because 1 mistake could mean our death. And we'll watch out for this. Probably like 5 or 6 rats away from leveling up. I don't want to waste too many shotgun shells, but remember, we do have Recycle Guts, so some of our missed shots actually will be turned into, oh god. Oh, that was the one I couldn't afford to miss, but I still lived. That was really scary. Please, Bloodlust, if there... Oh, we got it, but then we need to get 1 more. We got Auto Crossbow. This is a cruel fate, because Auto Crossbow is, like, one of the best weapons in the game. But, it's also very, very short on ammo, but we can't really worry about that right now. It's called Auto Crossbow, of course, because we can fire it more or less continuously. But we'll just... Oh, that didn't hit. We'll just take our time here. The sniper with the shotgun is, like, the hardest one for us to fight here. Okay, there's a med kit. I'm going to sprint over here for it. It works. There we go. All right, more bolts. It's plus 16 bolts. I do think there is, like... It's intentional that you tend to get more of the kind of ammunition you want. Oh, that's really good. We're up to max HP again. You tend to get more of the ammunition that you want than, or the ammunition for the weapon that you're holding than other ammunitions. But anyway, we made it out of there with full health, which is very, very surprising to me. Whenever enemies shoot at us, we're just gonna enter the crystal state, which is good. Montana is actually the crystal state. I went down... Jesus Christ. I lost 10 health in like 2 seconds there. Again, I'm going to go back to the menu here. But as always, thanks for watching. That was, you know, I apologize that I actually did worse with what I would consider my best character than I did on the last run. But that was Crystal. Crystal's probably my favorite character in the game so far. I really like Melting as well. He starts with only 2 HP, but he's got an awesome active ability. Next, we'll be using Eyes. He can see in the dark, which might make him better on World 2. And he also has Mind Control, and I'm going to figure out how that works effectively and hopefully be able to get some more progress in the next episode. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Check out the link in the video description below to pick up Nuclear Throne on Steam. It's $13 on early access, and I would definitely recommend it. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed the video. It does help me out a lot when you click the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more daily Nuclear Throne. And of course, leave a comment letting me know what you liked or did not like about the video. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.